Okay, my name is Kyle Mackey, and today I have the distinct pleasure of talking with you about a couple of initiatives that are happening in a galaxy not so far, far away. These projects share a common focus: high quality, accessible, customizable resources for instructor development. And I'm really here talking to you today looking for some new recruits, some superheroes to join in the movement, to form these alliances. These initiatives I'm here to show you and talk about aim to address barriers to adoption of new pedagogical approaches and or innovative use of technologies by addressing unfamiliarity and unpreparedness of course instructors to learn about, to experiment with, and to implement new approaches and new tools. The literature tells us that faculty development is a key contributing factor to innovation in teaching and learning. Professional development is seen as an essential element of institutional effectiveness in higher education. For more than 20 years, I've been involved in the development and facilitation of professional development opportunities that aim to introduce instructors to scholarship, to activities, to conversations, so that they can have the familiarity and confidence to design high impact, significant teaching and learning experiences in face to face, in online, and in blended environments. And I know that all of our institutions aim to provide opportunities for instructors to explore things like instructional design models, theories of learning, online course development, facilitation, learning outcomes, assessments, communication strategies, synchronous, asynchronous tools, gamification, lesson planning, social media, e-portfolios, open data, and education. It's not always easy. Planning, developing, facilitating effective workshops takes time. Building engaging online modules could require specific programming skills. Not every school has video production facilities. What do we do about captioning? If it's online, there's hosting to figure out, etc., etc. And these are real challenges. And I figure if we're all trying to figure this out at some level, we're all struggling. Maybe there are some opportunities to work together on creating high quality, accessible resources and figure out how to share them in open ways. Now, one of the problems with sharing is that we all come from different institutions with different learning contexts, different types of faculty, different structures for support. Sometimes simple clones of resources don't meet the need. So to be effective, these resources need to be generally usable, but also open and customizable. Let's look at some of the projects. Launched less than 2 years ago, the Certificate in Blended and Online Teaching, which is part of CU Open, based out of Carleton University, with contributions from Brock, Waterloo, Guelph, and Toronto. This is currently in use in these institutions and also is being used by other schools like Ryerson and UOIT. It's a series of 11 modules focused on teaching online. Resources include video, interactive online modules, slides for face-to-face workshops, facilitator guides, handouts. All the resources and source files are published as open resources. Carleton retains the copyright, but has released them with a Creative Commons license with attribution, non-commercial, share alike. Brock University is a contributor to the project, and since the launch has revised their faculty guide to teaching and learning technology. This guide is composed of homegrown resources and open educational resources, including some from CU Open, revisions of the online modules. Next up, the Western Ontario Region College Educator Development Program. Lambton College, St. Clair College, Conestoga, Mohawk, Fanshawe, and Niagara. Over the past few years, they've been revising and redesigning the curriculum for their incoming instructors. Inspired by some of the work done by CU Open and other similar initiatives, they've remixed some of these modules to meet specific curriculum needs and redistributed these, posting them to Merlot. Since their launch about a year and a half ago, there's been inquiries from colleges in BC and Nova Scotia. Currently, there's a team working on an expansion pack for CU Open, including new modules focused on e-portfolios, badges, social media, open data, open access publications, OERs. These will follow the same format. We'll have new contributors. You'll see some new names on the screen. and we're set to launch these in early 2017. A core element of these modules is original videos that capture interviews with staff and faculty, and these are filmed against a green screen to allow for some customization, edited into standalone segments, tagged with metadata, published for reuse and remix. Currently for CU Open there's over 47 hours of video, and we're still filming. So why is this important? In my eyes, it's a real case study in how OERs and OER networks can work, how resources can be published so that institutions can make and own a copy, use them in a variety of ways, adapt, modify, improve, remix, redistribute. And one of the most exciting things for me is the community that's forming around CU Open and the other projects. I've had a real great opportunity to sit with dozens of instructors, administrators, librarians, educational developers, technology specialists, and had the opportunity to talk about what we're all passionate about: excellent teaching and learning. And because these are published as open resources, they're not just copies. These projects demonstrate how something generally usable can be made context specific. And these projects are contributing to this growing repository of resources focused on effective teaching and learning. So, to end off, here's my recruitment pitch. Visit kylemackey.ca/STLHE16 and have a look at the links to the projects, a preview of some of the resources. Tell other people at your institution who might be interested in these projects. I'd love to hear some feedback on and to explore with you how they could be used, reused, built upon, and added to. Thanks very much.